joining it, if you're not feeling that harmony, that fulfillment, live for your dreams in a way. This is an opportunity. Hello Gemini, welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 24th through to the 30th of October. We've just been through that solar eclipse and we're in between two eclipses because we've got the lunar eclipse coming out on the 7th and the 8th of November, which I will be doing a reading on next week. But everybody seems to have this moment of, it's like caught between two waves. There's a lot of work that we're doing on an individual basis this week, setting ourselves up for this procession into that next eclipse, which is going to change the world. Basically, I think is really going to change the world. So let's just go straight in here for you. Let's see what your overall energies are. Yeah, you're gonna be. Don't get pulled from pillar to post, Gemini. You have things to offer to the outside world, but only if it it helps you. It has to be a fair exchange. If there's not a fair exchange here, I would walk away. Yeah, Justice card. Very good card for you there. Harmonious week for you. You're going to get enough movement going on as the world's sort of going into that big change that's coming in from the beginning of November. And it's going to help you feel energized, but also central or centered within yourself by the looks of things. Let's just see what the karmic message is here on the relationship side. Oh, it's very easygoing. It's finding that old spark in you that was very sociable, very friendly going, really, and enjoying that friendship with other people. Yeah, it's rediscovering things that are inside you that you forgot about, that have not come to the surface for some time. And that lunar eclipse, it's building into that lunar eclipse, is going to help you to expose those brilliant sides of you that you might have almost forgotten about. You know, I was doing a healing the other day with someone, and I was sort of saying to him, "Why don't you draw anymore?" And I don't know them, obviously. You know, they just walk through the door. They're sort of saying, "Yeah, I haven't been doing painting for ages." And now I saw them after that, and they've started painting, and all of a sudden things are starting to flow for them. That sort of thing. So, in regards to your relationships, let's just see how the universe is trying to guide this karmic path or this karmic message. There's a lot of difference between growing fruit up on top of a hill, up on top of a mountain, and down in the valley or by the coast. This is why we have growing areas. And you seem to have that ability to have more than one growing area. So basically, you're very adaptable, I think. Once you start allowing those energies to sort of flow through you. Yeah, you may feel like you're being a little bit, as I say, pulled to pillar to post. So you're not really in the center of it. You're helping things out this week. But I wouldn't get too carried away. Don't get stuck down the rabbit hole of other people's lives if I were you, because you're going to feel a little bit disappointed, a little bit jaded, a little bit missing out on opportunities because you're doing other things and stuff like that. So make sure there's a good, fair exchange going on. You need to also build yourself as much as building people that are around you. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic message. Saying no can help people as much as saying yes. And this is where the coincidences around you sort of saying, I'd like to help that person, but these other things have turned up and there's no way, I don't have the time. So being honest with yourself, I think, is really important. Having that mastery of being able to realize where you are best served within your life, what is good for you, how it works for you the best, I think. And once you do that, you become a master of that, and people will respect you for it. And this is where you're going to get that feeling of harmony within your life coming into play, and feeling of sensations. And the more you feel it, the more you should live it. Okay, let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this conversation that is within you. Sometimes to be very sociable and to have very good conversations with people, light and fun, and but also productive. In a way, you have to be a little bit detached, and I think this is where your guides are sort of helping you out here to stop you from being so detached to something. Yeah, it is part of the planning of the new you, of how you need to be in this going or this changing world, which is going to come up in the following week, which we will see in Petal 10. It's planning for that future. It's setting these things up this week, and everybody seems to have got this. There's no, there's a lot of work cards going on where there's a work to be done at the moment, and they are pretty much work cards. Look, you've got planning, you've got missing of opportunities, it's the expertise on it, and it's exposing all the things that you've done in the past, bringing things to the surface that really work, that you may have forgotten about, which will help you out in that planning of going future and going forward, having that fair exchange between people. Let's just see how it's going on your business, your job, or your financial side. Yeah, there seems to be a bit more weight coming to you, whether it's purchasing something, or acquiring something, or acquiring a new job. There seems to be a little bit more financial weight about you. Yeah, and I would not settle for second best, basically, Gemini, this week, because it's not going to serve you going forward. If you have to start on a lower rung, you've got to do all those other rungs to get up to what you should be receiving. So I would value yourself this week, and express that value within your work, or within your job and your business, or your projects, basically. Let's just see how the guides, how the universe is trying to influence that karmic message. No time to lose. I wouldn't wait around. No time to lose. No time to lose. I would get, if you're not in the job that you want to be doing in the going future, I would seriously consider looking for another job. If you're not enjoying it, if you're not feeling that harmony, that fulfillment, live for your dreams in a way. This is an opportunity you have to put yourself in a new situation, into a new business, or your own business, starting your own business, starting working with some new people, a new environment that works for you. That's what the universe is trying to encourage you to do. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic message with the coincidences that are around you. Noticing that, it's like panning for gold. There's loads of little bits floating around in the bottom of the pan, and it's having that eye of sort of seeing that little nugget of gold, basically. This is where your guides are trying to sort of, they're really bringing in strong messages where a coincidence may, if it has to pop up 2 times, they're going to end up screaming at you. It's following those coincidences, but using your gut intuition, using those healthy boundaries, enjoying the environment that is around you, so you can get those coincidences, those messages for going forward, and seeing which ones are worthwhile investing in, basically. Let's just see how the guys are trying to influence this conversation that is within you. It's not being rude to anyone, but it's almost sort of like if someone's offering you like a project and stuff like that, and you'll kind of turn around and kind of go, nah, do you know why? Because I want to do this. Keeping an eye on the long-term goal of your happiness in regards to your job, I think, is really important. And it's going to, you're going to be like a teacher. You're almost going to be sitting there sort of saying, no, this is the way it goes. This is what I want to be doing. This is how we can progress. This is how we can work together. And just being firm but fair about it all, just a matter of fact in a way. I think that's going to really help. It's going to help bring people together around you. So these guides here, when you're having that internal conversation, they're going to point it out to you, and this is where you should be able to turn around and sort of within the conversation within you, you can turn around and sort of saying, no, I think we should be doing this. That's the sort of thing, I think this is where, if you impose yourself a little bit, this is where you're going to find that harmony of running around a little bit within your relationships. Let's just see what's going on into the next week. Now, this is the week before the lunar eclipse. Oh, there's so many. everyone's getting this. It's almost like champagne is as if like, the start of the party. How's the party going to go? Or, who I'm going to meet, what am I going to do, and everything like that. It's a real anticipation, childlike anticipation going forward. It's lapping up that happiness after difficulty going forward, and really looking into a future where you have positioned yourself in regards to your financial situation, your job, your businesses, and etc. And you've also invested in your relationships that are around you, so you actually get that harmonious balance between the two sides of it. So there you go, Gemini. We've got loads of links in the description below, including your book. There's also the lunar eclipse reading, which will be coming out this week as well. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.